feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride away.
We did get some things that were put and put into the docket. So, for example, the feds did release the mansion raid pictures of Miami. So this is what they found. They found a little gun, okay? A little Glock Duke. No, I'm playing. It's not Glock Dookie. What type of gun is this? That ain't a Glock. What is this? That's what gun is this? Somebody who knows firearms, you tell me. It has a hammer. Okay. Had bullets. These are hollow point. I mean, 45 ACP. Okay. So it's a 45. Okay. Clearly, cocaine. Had a $100 bill right next to it. This rich living, ain't it? Got the cocaine right here. They got the you're not even using the dollar bill to. I guess with cocaine, they wrap up a dollar or like some currency and then sniff it. They stick it in their nose or some shit. So, okay. What's this right here? Are these cigars? Cigars and shit. Okay. Just some room, I guess. All right. This says Diddy. What's that? It's like a little, I don't know what this is. Some container. Is that a cig? Some people say that's a cig. All right, my boys. Yeah, but what model? What model cig? What model cig? Was this like a little party pack or some shit? I don't know. This is like weed. These are grinders, right? Grinders. I don't smoke, but I've seen people with a thing that be going like this. What's this? These are the things, because I hate when the bitches always be like, could you bring me to the gas station? I could get, what the fuck? Is that the shit where they fucking, that's some smoking shit. That's all I know. Chat, I only drink alcohol, bro. I don't really know about smoking like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I really think this belongs to security, low key. I'm going to tell you why I think this belongs to security. So this is a rifle. There's no lower receiver. So this is just like the long barrel right here. The lower receiver is usually mostly the important part. The reason why I think that this was probably not Diddy's, the regular person doesn't really know in a quick way to assemble a gun and usually don't play around like that unless they're into guns about switching out receivers and doing too much, not going to say complex, firearms work, but even cleaning. I think maybe an average person that has a gun might know how to clean a handgun, but even disassembling a AR to clean it, which, by the way, this Hollow Sun right here, this shit's fire. This Hollow Sun, this is a red dot they told me. This is fire. I got a bunch of these. Then what's this right here? Holy. Oh, I can't really see it. What is this, chat? This is not a, no. What's this right here? Okay. Ew. Okay, they had blurred it out anyway. Okay. So there's lingerie and stilettos. Okay, this is like a freak off type of shit, huh? They look in this room. What's this? Ooh, we gotta zoom in on this. This look like some bondage shit. Oh, this is bondage shit right here, chat. Right? Can we zoom in? Hold on. This is bondage shit. Look. No. You see what I'm talking about? Like, look. You see the person is like stretched like this. Oh, fuck. Damn, I'm spilling. Sorry. You see the person's like this? Look, on this thing right here. I got to zoom in. I think it's straps. That's some freak shit. That's that freaky shit. You like strap somebody to the bed or some shit like that. Oh, damn. Diddy was, maybe that's what Cassie was. Like, she would be strapped and then niggas would pee on her and like nut in their mouth type shit. You know what I mean? So these are the little strap shit. Any y'all little freaky niggas in here use this? Hold on, why can't I zoom in? Oh, I was going to say I need to zoom in. But I was going to be like, I need that. No, I don't. I can't zoom in, can I? Nah, see, won't let me zoom in. Fuck. Okay, but that's what this is. Are these like red stilettos right here? Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of little freaky shit in here. Yeah, you see the, there's some more bondage shit right here. Look. There's bondage shit right here, you see? Oh, this nigga had a rope. This nigga had the same type of rope that Jussie Smollett wrapped around his neck when he walked the subway. Remember that bum ass nigga Jussie Smollett? Lying ass, told me he the gay Tupac. His act of heroism was walking the subway and came up with a genius idea of hanging a rope around his neck and blaming two white guys when it was his two non-immigrant or non-citizen friends. Okay. I wonder if other people would use these or only Diddy. Like, no, only Cassie, I mean. Or he would bring a girl in and be like, just pick what you want. Or was this probably was Young Miami shit. Yo, Young Miami. Are these yours? Because think about it. Before Diddy got taken down, the last person he was jacking was Young Miami. So this is probably Young Miami shit. Holy. Damn. It's a nice bathroom. I like this bathroom. Is that coke residue? What's that? What's this? Fuck is that? Golden teachers? What the fuck is that? Chat, what is this? One of y'all freaky niggas gotta put me. Chat, listen, I'm just not into everything. Oh shit. Oh yeah. By the way, Kick, shout out to y'all. Shout out to all my people on Kick right now. Oh, here we go. By the way, shout out to Kick Support, man. Such a friendly group. I love them over there. Here we go. They always reminded me to make sure I get my stream right. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me just... One of y'all freaky niggas tell me what that is, though. That's not butt plugs, right? That's how butt plugs look? I don't know. I don't know. I'm expecting to see the worst. This is Diddy crib. I'm expecting to see some shit. What is that shit right there? What's that? That's mushrooms? That ain't no fucking mushroom, nigga. What's that? There's something called a mushroom pill. Really? Really? Everybody's saying shroomies. Okay. All right. Okay. Perfect. All right, next. Let's see. Fuck is this? Somebody said they get it. I thought mushrooms was actually like the flower, the plant. What is this right here? Diddy had mad drugs. Oh my God. Oh shit. Wow. Nigga just had drugs on deck. Oh, honey packs. These are honey packs, right? Diddy was doing it right. Okay, I could get jiggy with that. The honey pack to be hitting. I ain't gonna lie. This ain't even no freak nigga shit. This is just real nigga shit. Okay. The other shit was freak nigga shit, okay? This is some real nigga shit. All right, man, the honey pack in the building. Okay, I never seen this version, though. What this version do? If this is the version to make you stay hard for 4 days, I'm good. The one I got just give you a good night. What's this? Okay, a little linen closet. Okay. You can soak the baby oil off with this. Okay. What's this now? What's this? Damn. Baby oil, Astroglide. My boy do like... Yo, they're trying to criminalize the freak off, but it's just like, my boy likes baby oil and Astroglide. He also seems like he's a bulk orderer. This looks like a man that orders in bulk. Keep it being. Now, they said 1,000 bottles. This is not 1,000 bottles. Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I forgot my counting after that. Yeah, it ain't 1,000, nigga. Okay, they taking the same picture of the same thing. It's like a nigga counting the same stack of money, and then he turns it around and says, who don't got no money? And he counted again. Like, he get to 100, and then he just flipped the money over and said 101, 102. Yo, is that it? Oh, got a nice little barber chair. I like this barber chair. This barber chair look lit. It's a nice closet, too. Why even take a picture like this? Why even, is it this the freak off boots? Like, why are you taking a picture of, like, this is an irrelevant picture to me. Oh, he had phones in the boots. Like, probably that was his hiding spot. Okay, that makes sense. You see the phones? Phones right here. Also, they're showing, I guess this is the dollar bill, or not dollar bill, the $100 bill that was rolled up. Now they put it out there. You know what I'm saying? So there should be residue of I guess, cocaine. Okay. This is stilettos. Oh, the nigga has a clit flicker. Woo! I don't know what that is. But I got to write that down. The nigga got a clit flicker. What? Wireless? A wireless clit flicker? Fuck is that? A wireless clit flicker. Any of y'all little freakazoids ever use that shit? A wireless clit flicker. Read the mirror in the bathroom picture? With me, read the mirror. There's something on the mirror? Let me see. Shout out to my people over there, Kick. I'm not taking notes, but you know what I mean? Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. Shit. I'm a consensual, want to get lit type of nigga with the lady who I'm dealing with. You feel what I'm saying? Like somebody told me about a little rose toy. You know what I mean? Sometimes it might be a rose toy. You know what I mean? Like, I try to keep it simple, but you know, gotta spice shit up a little bit. Oh, what the mirror says. Oh, shit. There is something on the mirror. Do you want... What the fuck? No, I need to save this picture. I gotta zoom in on this picture. Chat, what's on this mirror? Holy shit. Maybe they have a clearer thing. Oh, shit. Let me get back to the clit flicker. Holy. The clit flicker. So they got 3 phones out of the boot. Those are the bottles there. Stilettos. Now, here's the thing, too, though. Well, obviously, these look like some performance stuff. I ain't gonna cap. Pills. Y'all know what pills those are? Or it could be anything, right? Could be anything. Could be anything, I guess. Now, what was this? Is this a security system back end or... No, this looks like it might be an entertainment system, right? It's a little... Okay. What the fuck? The hell was that? Drill. Edit that out. Check out the snaps. We see boxes of platform heels, packages of crotchless body stockings and knee highs, as well as rope and handcuffs. 2 dildos stand on a shelving unit near the Vaseline and Astroglide lubes. Plus, the feds found strawberry and green apple flavored BJ oral sex candy and a wireless vibrator. Now, I'm gonna keep it a beam. I'm not trying to stick up for Diddy, but all them shit just seems like a freaky nigga setup. You know what I mean? A little freaky nigga setup. There's plenty of drugs as well, including Golden Teacher. Okay, all right. Honey VIP, a Malaysian supplement for erectile dysfunction that's similar. Oh, is that what this is? Oh, I know it was Malaysian. All right. All good. Cool. All right, bet. So let's get back to this. So this is the agent. And they said, agent, welcome back. He says, thank you. AUSA says, Mr. Gannon, let's continue with the items you seized on Star Island. He says, GX215, what is this? He says, these are high heels and sex items in the master closets. We could actually find the exhibit because they're actually titled. They're titled. So if you guys wanted to see it. So GX21 is going to be Well, they say 215, so we could go to 215, 212, 201, 206, 205, 204, 202, 200, 218. Yeah, so this is the picture the agent's looking at right now, okay? Agent's looking at this. It says, what's this? It said, that's high heels and sex items in the master closet. It said, what's this? These are 3 cell phones found in one of the boots. AUSA says, display the Gucci bag for the jury. Pull up GX10A. And the stipulation. Zoom in on paragraph 5. A white plastic bottle. It contained liquid residue of meth and liquid MDMA. AUSA says these pills were found with a Tesla imprint on them. Wait, Elon makes pills? Yo, Belgo on Kick says, man, Ak, we need them fucking tapes. That's what we goddamn need. Relax. Relax, my boy. By the way, Malcolm Reed, thank you for the gifted on Kick. Shiesty Nurse, thank you for the gifted as well. And thank you for the 5 gifted. And actually, Malcolm Reed gifted 5 as well. Appreciate all you boys and gals. Okay. Elon makes drugs? Oh, it's just a pressed. Okay. So it's just some type of. What are usually the? Because I've heard about Tesla pills. Is that usually Molly? Is that usually some other shit? Like what type of pill is that usually? Xanax? So Teslas are usually Xanax pills. Somebody says, no, it's Molly, dummy. Somebody said Perk 30s. Bro, y'all giving me 3 different. Come on, bro. Some people say ecstasy. Oh, ecstasy. Okay. All right, ecstasy. Thank you. Yo, Harvey, man, or Jarvey, tell him to get me right, bro. Okay, good. So these pills are found with a Tesla imprint on them. They had an active. Oh, I'm stupid as fuck. I should have read it here. So look like in this case, you could put the imprint on anything, I guess. But in this case, the Tesla pills were Xanax. That was the active ingredient. Said this $100 bill had residue of cocaine. And Mr. Gannon said, Mr. Gannon, what is this? And he's pointing to something else. He said, that's a dark wooden box with the word puffy on top. It says, how do you know that this Astroglide and the baby oil that you seized, how many bottles of each? He said, how do you know this is Astroglide? Come on. Okay. 31 bottles of Astroglide and 25 baby oil bottles. Oh, hell nah. They capped it then. Chat, they capped it. They said they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil. It was only 25? Yo, that's crazy prejudicial. That's been the biggest, joke about Diddy and thinking about how commercially, if we think about commercial sex acts, if you have 1,000 condoms, that probably means you're doing some commercial sex acts. I'm not saying 25 ain't a lot, but they told us 1,000. They told us 1,000. Now, keep in mind, we don't know what was found at the LA mansion. But in Star Island was only 25. They said it was LA house. Let's 1,000 bottles of baby oil. You sure it was found at the LA house? You sure? Los Angeles mansion. Maybe that's where it was found. Oh, maybe it was the Los Angeles mansion. All right. But at least Star Island, only 25. Still a lot, but it is what it is. Okay. Any other cell phones found? Says yes. BX 1301, page 3, paragraph 11. It says, was there a gun found in the suitcase? Yes, a .45 caliber handgun. The AUSA says, hold the bullets up for the jury. Now, I think this is stupid. If Diddy's not a felon, he's allowed to have a gun. I hate that guns are legal, and especially in places where guns are legal, and right now it's permitless in Florida to have a weapon. why are you going to use the weapon and like hold it up for the jury unless you're charging him with a weapon crime? You're now going to, there's a lot of people who are anti-gun, anti-Second Amendment. When they see someone with the gun, they're thinking you're doing something wrong. Like, I don't like that they're using that, I'm going to be honest. And I'm just a gun supporter, okay? The judge says, cross. The defense says, the day of the search, you knew that Mr. Combs was leaving the country with his twin daughters. Says, objection, sidebar. It comes back where Tenny, so Tenny's doing the cross. Tenny says, in planning the search, you knew that none of the targets of the investigation would be there, right? AUSA says, objection. They say overruled. Gannon says, the plan was to not have him there, but we had contingencies. Tenny says, what type of vehicle did you use? They said an armored vehicle. Garagos, Tenny, she says, and a boat, right? Didn't y'all come in by land and sea? He says, it's common practice. 80 or 90 agents? Not all the time. He said, you found 6 people. You kept them in handcuffs for an hour? He says, no, ma'am. There was one individual who wasn't happy with us and wasn't cooperating. So we kept him in handcuffs longer. Why wasn't he happy? Wasn't he happy with the cuffs? Says, then they, because he wasn't happy with the cuffs. That's what Gannon was saying, right? Oh, no, Garagos says this. My bad. Because he wasn't happy with the cuffs, we don't get an answer for that. But then she continues to ask, there was a music studio in the guest house, right? DX305, do you recognize this? And Agent Gannon says, yes, ma'am, it's the studio. Garagos says, move to admit. So they're putting that on the record now. So there's a photo of a mixing board keyboard with love in jewel script over it. While Agent Gannon's on the stand, here's a courtesy to the Inner City Press from artist Elizabeth Williams with Gannon with the gun. So look like the barrel of the gun, which we're seeing in one of those photos, and we're talking about the rifle. He has that exact thing in court. He has the gloves on, and he has it in court. Diddy supposedly he's probably either wiping, I don't know, eye boogers out of his eyes, or he's kind of like covering his face that he don't want to see certain stuff. But I don't think there's nothing he wouldn't want to see at this point, right? Tenny Garagos says the gun was wrapped in a towel. Didn't look like how you displayed it to the jury yesterday, right? Agent Gannon says, yes, ma'am. Garagos says, did you find photos of Mr. Combs with these firearms? Gannon says, we did not. Garagos then says, did you agree that handguns, metal inside, is easier to get fingerprint than maybe another type of device? Gannon says, can't say if it's easier, but it can be done. Garagos says, did you get prints off the gun easier when it's inside? Gannon says, I think so. Garagos says, at HSI, Homeland Security, by the way, you have Mr. Combs' DNA, right? Gannon says, I don't know. Garagos says, when he was arrested, the government took a DNA swab, right? He says, I don't know. Keep in mind, he's the raiding agent. He works probably in the Miami field office in HSI Miami. He would not know how the booking process. He could have looked it up, but he doesn't know about the booking process for Sean Combs in New York. So he says he doesn't know. It's all right. Hold up the Gucci bag. Now this is the Gucci bag right here, chat. Let's put it back on the screen. This is the Gucci bag. Where's the Gucci bag? I think. Where is it? Bang, bang, bang. The Gucci bag is where? I know y'all just seen it, but this is the Gucci bag, right? This is the Gucci bag. So this was like remember we keep hearing about this bag that he has like all his little pills or whatever in. It appears that this would be the bag. So that's the bag they're talking about. So hold up the Gucci bag. I guess he holds it up. And Tenny says, the drugs were in this bag, correct? And the puffy box, right? The puffy box is this puffy box. Actually, this box doesn't say puffy. This says Diddy. Oh, I think this is a puffy box right here because it says wooden. This looks wooden. Because this looks plastic, and this says Diddy on the outside of it. It doesn't say puffy. Okay. Gannon says yes. Garagos says, Your Honor, I'm going to introduce a sealed exhibit with the help of IT. May I approach the witness? Judge says yes. It says, deputy says we may proceed. DX304. AUSA Smizer, they cut off the screen. and no one can see the exhibit. They says, please don't say the name of the people in this photograph other than my client. Do not talk about it. AUSA, hold on. So the AUSA was actually giving instructions. AUSA said, please cut off the screen. Then Tenney says, don't say the name of the people other than my client. Don't talk about it. And then Smizer says, hey, can we confer with counsel? Look like there's some sensitive people who are probably either not charged or maybe other celebrities that are in some photo they're showing. Now the AUSA wants to talk to Garagos. The deputy says, we may take the sealed exhibit down. Okay, so they took it down. Garagos says, Agent Gannon, you live in Florida. Don't many people have handguns in their home? AUSA says, objection. Judge says, rephrase. Garagos says, do you have guns in your home? Gannon says, yes. No further questions. So they're basically just showing guns aren't that abnormal. Now, they didn't, by the way, this is the cross on the detective. They're only talking about what's found. They're not speaking about any of the sexual items found, right? They're just only speaking on the guns. And they basically said, yo, you guys have guns too, right? It's pretty normal and typical. All right, bet. That's it. Is there a redirect? There's no redirect, so we're going to get Agent Gannon off of the witness stand. And now the next witness is Dr. Dawn Hughes. AUSA says, what is your profession? Dr. Hughes says, I'm a clinical and forensic psychologist. I treat people who are in World War II, which is such an honor. AUSA says, how many times have you testified in court? Dr. Hughes says, about 60 or 65. In Southern District of New York, in the Eastern District of New York, the Northern District, in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, and VA. By the way, I didn't have people check in. If you're watching right now, I don't care where you're at. If you're on Kick, get up in that chat right now. Rumble, get up in that chat. If you're watching on either YouTube channels or even on Meta, where are you guys from, man? You got to rep where you're from, bro. Okay? Anybody here from Virginia, Connecticut, Jersey, Pennsylvania, anywhere in New York, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, Staten, Bronx, anybody from Milwaukee in here, Cleveland, Ohio, Akron, Vegas in the building, Texas in the building, North Carolina in the building, LA in the building, Louisiana, New Mexico, Nashville, Tennessee, DMV area. What up with y'all, man? San Francisco, East Belgium, St. Petersburg, Florida. You see what happened with Rod Wave? We got to talk about that. Savannah, Georgia, New Mexico, Louisville, Guadalajara, Philly, Columbus, Ohio. We got Philly in the building, man. Definitely. Southside Jamaica, Queens, Rhode Island. I like Rhode Island. My brother went to college there. Where else? South Africa in the building. Albany. Damn, okay. Arizona. What's up with y'all, man? Shout out to everybody, man. Keep checking them. All right. So, the person said they've testified all over the place, right? AUSA says, we offer Dr. Hughes as an expert. The defense actually doesn't object. Say, okay, cool. AUSA says, what do you anticipate covering? Dr. Hughes says, why victims stay? Memory. AUSA says, have you been retained by the government? Dr. Hughes says, yes. What is your hourly rate? Dr. Hughes says $600 an hour, but it's $6,000 for a full day in court. So he's getting paid $6,000 per day in court. Now, someone like Dr. Hughes, you would only need him for a full day in court. It wouldn't be like 2 or 3 days. Remember, he's only to give understanding of psychological issues that probably are caused by traumatic situations, right? So AUSA says, hey, we want to know, why do victims stay? And Dr. Hughes says, well, there's psychological bonds and the psychological consequences of the abuse. He says, what are the levels of fear? Dr. Hughes says it ranges from physical violence to butterflies. Violence doesn't have to happen all the time. AUSA says, what is psychological violence? Dr. Hughes says, well, intimidation, throwing things, telling you what you could do and where you could go. The defense says objection. The judge says, hold on, I'm going to strike the last answer, okay? AUSA Mitzi Steiner, that's the one who's doing this direct, says, what can be the role of sexual abuse? Dr. Hughes says it puts the victim in a slightly psychological fear. AUSA says, why does it prevent leaving? Dr. Hughes says, shame, degradation. They don't want to think about it. AUSA says, what's emotional abuse? Dr. Hughes then says, putting down our partner, feeling like a piece of crap. AUSA says, what about financial dependence? Dr. Hughes says, the abuse, control, housing, and transportation, taking away her laptop. Defense says objection. The judge actually sustains it. Steiner says, are you familiar with love bombing? Dr. Hughes says, that's the honeymoon phase. The abuser showers her with gifts and affection to get her back. AUSA says, does the attempt to leave happen over time? Says, yes, it takes multiple attempts. AUSA says, which is the most common coping mechanism? Dr. Hughes says, trying to work it out because of the trauma bonds. You don't want to lose your partner. AUSA says, personal coping mechanisms. How does placating and appeasing usually work? Dr. Hughes says, we're trying to avoid abuse. We're going to continue here. AUSA says, what is minimization? Dr. Hughes then says, the victim says maybe they had a bad day at work. Maybe they were intoxicated. It's a way to stay in the relationship, but it increases their risk. It's not a long-term strategy. It gets from one assaultive episodes to the next. AUSA says, what about the power relation? The doctor says, a person can have power as a principal of school. The victim asks, who's going to believe me? Right? AUSA says, when does the victim finally speak? Dr. Hughes says, in a safe environment, or usually after psychological help. AUSA says, what type of language do victims use when they first speak of it? Dr. Hughes says they usually minimize it. They are piecemeal. They remember the chipping paint on the ceiling, the smell of alcohol on the perpetrator's breath. Sidebar, and there's a sidebar and cross-examination that's going to happen. It'll be by Jonathan Bach, who's Alexandra Shapiro's husband, as we said, who was brought on to be Combs' 10th attorney. Bach says, your clients, you observe them closely. Their cognitive style? Hughes says, yes. Bach says, people don't fit in the boxes, right? Dr. Hughes says, they're categories. Bach says, but you have to listen to particular individuals, right? Dr. Hughes says, I'm not divorced from my training. Okay. All right, we're waiting for some more messages. Okay. Oh, man. Polished power on Kick. You got the jokes. He said, Ack, you need to update your profile picture. Look like this Ack ate the last Ack. Holy. Holy. All right. Okay. All right. So we're getting somewhere here.